I want to talk to you and teach you about the 3 stages of autoimmunity. There's 3 stages of autoimmunity, and I found this really enlightening when I was in class, because I am such a person that has a huge passion for prevention and catching things before it's a full-blown disease. And I do truly believe that that is a thing that is possible in everything. I don't think you go to bed 100% healthy one day and the next day you wake up and you have a golf-sized tumor, or all of a sudden you have Hashimoto's disease, which is an autoimmune thyroid disease. I don't believe that. I believe that these things creep up over time, and that there sometimes are symptoms, sometimes they're not. The importance of making sure that you are getting tested properly yearly, or prioritizing testing that maybe you don't think you need, you're not symptomatic. I don't have GI symptoms, why would I take a stool test? I don't have hormonal imbalances, I have really regular cycles, but maybe checking in on your hormones. I think this is really, really important. And so when I learned this part of autoimmunity, I was like, wow, why isn't this being talked about more? Because all we hear about is stage 3, the disease, when you get diagnosed. What about the other 2 stages? And that's what I want to talk to you about. Because autoimmune is like just on the rise, I feel like this is really important, and I want to make sure that I empower you to know that there are things you can do beforehand. And I'll use thyroid as my main example throughout these, because that's what we see a lot of in our practice, because a lot of people are wanting to use the food as medicine approach to support hormones and their thyroid, because Hashimoto's is the autoimmune form of hypothyroid, when your thyroid is sluggish because there's so much damage that happens to the tissue. So I will use that as my main example as I walk you through these different stages. So stage 1 is called silent. This silent stage of autoimmunity is exactly that. It's silent. We don't feel it. We don't really have symptoms yet, but it is happening. And this is why when someone gets a full thyroid panel, which you should do once a year, I always recommend getting antibodies like anti-TPO and anti-TG on it to ensure that you are looking at antibodies. Because guess what? If you don't ask for it and you're working with a very conventional practitioner, they might be like, well, I don't think you have that, so why would we need to check it? Because this can be a stage that you might be in. It's silent. You're not having symptoms. They might not even think that you would have that, but you want to check it because you could be having increased levels of antibodies. Again, nothing alarming. It's not going to be in the red, but you could start having these antibodies show at low levels. And what studies are showing is these are called predictive antibodies. And 10 to 20 years down the road, you could be diagnosed with Hashimoto's. And this is what I don't want. 10 to 20 years down the road, you're diagnosed with Hashimoto's and you're like, what could I have done to prevent that or slow that or whatnot? So making sure that you are getting proper testing here can help ease your mind and make sure that you are truly on the right direction, because we do see a lot of people in our practice. And if you are having issues with getting that test from your doctor, definitely let us know. We would love to help you there too, because we do full thyroid panel testing. We are self-pay, so we are not insurance providers. Our dietitians are all self-pay, but we can get you that, and it is so worth it, especially if you have like Hashimoto's that might run into your family, for an example. So we do see this. You'll start to see a little bit of antibodies on certain markers, but nothing is alarming in this case. But you can start to take action if this is the case. In the case of thyroid, that means should you avoid gluten, because there's that molecular mimicry aspect between autoimmune thyroid and eating gluten. Is there things in your environment that you can change, because these are usually the things that causes people to develop autoimmune conditions. So what can we change in your life to help prevent this from progressing even further? Okay, and then stage 2 is going to be reactive. So symptoms start showing up, antibodies and things like that will be found, but not at alarming levels. Basically what the stage is, and what this means, is that there's not enough tissue damage to fully say you have Hashimoto's or you have this autoimmune disease. But there's definitely some things that are happening and you're starting to feel it, both in lab work and physically. And this is still a step where what can I do in my diet? What can I do in my lifestyle to help my body and support my body best? Okay. And then stage 3 is going to be the disease, where you have enough tissue damage where it is considered a disease. Now, this isn't still, oh, you have this disease, you're done for good. You are forever feeling like crap and struggling with this, there's still a lot you can do. But I will say, is it harder to take care of stage 3 versus stage 1? Of course. So the sooner the better that you can support your body. But stage 3, you can still work with a dietitian and get your diet on track and start changing your lifestyle. It's never too late, plain and simple, no matter what stage you're at. But I want to encourage you that even if you are feeling something, but you're feeling dismissed, listen to your body, find the person that's going to listen to you. We'd love to be those people for you. I know when we meet with people, we've had people tell us that they actually feel heard, that they were dismissed by so many doctors before. And we're not doctors, but we are trained in the food as medicine approach. And so all of our team has degrees. So we are not like 6-month program nutritionists. We all have legitimate school degrees and are qualified to make sure that we are supporting you in the best way possible with customary diet and lifestyle changes. So our team is so ready to help you. So if you need that person on your team that's going to listen, we would love to be that for you. So in the description below, we have a link where you can book a free 15-minute phone call with me. Yes, you'll hop on the phone with me, and we will chat about what's going on with you and walk you through the next steps. We're also super transparent on our pricing. All of that is on that discovery page. So check it out, see if we might be up your alley and what you're looking for, and we'd love to help you.